Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. When is the last time you thanked someone who made your life miserable? That might sound a little odd. When you're in a bad place and somebody's making your life miserable, it's easy to resent those people. I'm sure that all of us have some people that, when times are tough, that were making our life miserable. But the thing is once you start feeling good about yourself, once you start moving on, you can get a different perspective from that person. Think about it. They made your life so miserable that you decided to move on and do something different with your life. And if you're like me, you probably decided that you'll no longer tolerate certain things in your life. And in the beginning, we create boundaries, so people don't cross our boundaries. But boundaries are like being a rancher. You got to mend the fences and you got to keep up all that so people can't get in your boundaries. But eventually, if you really learn what's important to you and you begin to forgive and thank those people, then you can really even begin to take down those fences. Because what happens is you no longer are in relationships with people who don't respect boundaries. See, in the beginning, if you don't trust yourself, it's easy to let anybody in. You might be looking for attention or love or whatever that is. But eventually, if you learn your lessons, it's, you know what? I'm not going to be around people like that. I know for me, I'm not going to be around people who lie and cheat all the time, stuff like that. I'm just not going to be around it. Because if I'm around it, I'm probably going to start judging it. And I'm going to get hooked in my old stuff. So the best way for me is to surround myself with good people who have good values. And then it's much easier for me to navigate my own life. Then I can be around people I love and care about. They have great values. I don't need to worry about them crossing boundaries because I don't have many boundaries. They may disagree with me. I may disagree with them, but it isn't a boundary issue. It's just, we have different viewpoints. And so eventually, we might just want to go back and say, thank you, because they knew that they made your life miserable. So you don't need to explain it. You don't need to bring it back up. It's just, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. You sent me to a better place. And I don't have a ton of those people, but I have a few. And I think, oh my gosh. I think of the time I spent resenting. And then finally, I was like, oh my gosh, why am I letting them live in my head and in my heart? It's time for me to move on and get a life and be around people I want to be around and do the things I want to do. So, my philosophy is I'm going to do the things I love with the people I love in the way that I love, and that's the deal. And if somebody's out of alignment with that, we aren't going there. I'm not going to be doing anything with you, or if I am, it's going to be real short, and I'm out of here. It isn't that I got to shun people, but it's like we aren't going to hang out. And so I surround myself with good people, with good values, like I say, and my life's a lot simpler. So maybe there's a couple thank yous need to give away, but more importantly, hopefully you've learned your lessons, you've moved on. Maybe you aren't tending the boundary fences anymore, and you just feel good about who you are, surrounded by people who feel good about you and feel good about themselves, and it's a win-win proposition. So life is good today. It's the only day we have. I'm going to make the best of it. I hope you do too. And I'll be talking to you real soon. Bye-bye.